Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Tuesday Tea with Turro with Turro and Tea. And it's Tuesday. And it's Father Patrick here with you. Good to see you again, Monsignor. How are you?
I'm just fine. Yep,
It's wonderful.
have no complaints.
Really? That's a
Except
lot.
for the company that I have to keep. But
There we go. Now we've started the conversation. Let's get you some questions. But are you loving this beautifully sunny day?
I'm enjoying it.
I mean, the sun is almost streaming through those back curtains there. It's so bright. We love sunny days. And happy news we received last night that this upcoming Sunday we will start phase 1 of introducing people back into the church. Very slowly, and with lots of restrictions, people will be allowed to come in for private prayer. Isn't that wonderful, Monsignor?
Yes, it's news to me. I didn't realize it till just now.
Oh, really? Well, I guess because I just told you, huh?
Yes.
You're welcome for sharing the good news. Do you have any good news for me, Monsignor?
I'm at a loss for words there.
You're never at a loss of words when you tell me how terrible I am.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder why that should be.
I don't know. All right, we have a question here. No, there's a little bit of a build-up to it. Okay, so here's what this person said. One of our favorite stories to have heard this person's mother say was about Shelley Cohen. Do you remember Shelley Cohen?
Oh, yes, yeah.
And his conversion experience. But when the mother would tell the story, she would mention a priest, not usually mention his name, but because he's very humble. That's what she thinks about you, Monsignor, that you're very humble.
Well,
you can set him straight right now if you would like.
I recognize myself already in the story.
Okay, so she would mention a priest who was instrumental in the process of his conversion, who it turns out was Father Turro. I guess you may not have been Monsignor at the time. It's a wonderful story, and one that our young people don't really know. I wondered if he would tell his account of the story, since it was something that was very important in the life of our parish. So do you remember this story of a Shelley Cohen?
I do remember Shelley Cohen very well, but unfortunately, along with so much of my past, I don't remember details now. For instance, I don't remember how we first met. I just have a very clear recollection of the friendship that we enjoyed, but I'm forgetting the details completely. Which unfortunately is not just in this one instance, but recently, as I've done to try to recall the past, I haven't succeeded too well.
But you always remind me of all the terrible things I do to you.
Yes, well, they were so gross that...
I think your memory is... You kind of choose which things you like to remember. Huh? You like to remember all the bad news and... Forget all the good things I've done for you. Yeah. Do you remember any of those things that I've done for you?
I think there is a good thing that you did do for me. I recall once you're holding the door for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it stands out because it was unique.
I never got the check. That's true. Monsignor Turro, I think, has touched many people's lives. And maybe that's a sign of a good priest, that his whole life was all about the conversion of souls, of bringing them closer towards the Lord, and that hopefully there were so many you can't remember all the details of all of them, but the fact that he remembers Mr. Cohen here, and the fact that other people remember it so clearly is just a testament to the fact of the Lord working in your life and out into the people. I wish he would be that nice to me, though.
That is an unreasonable request.
Right. So I have a question from a priest. Okay.
Oh.
To be very clear, he's a Colombian priest. So he's from Colombia. His first language is Spanish, And his English is perfect, as he likes to say. Except I don't think that's true. So his first question is, why don't you go to Colombia, Monsignor?
Well, I should like to travel again. I used to travel extensively, but the closest I've ever gotten to Colombia is the tip of, is it New Orleans maybe, and looking out over that way, and people saying, yeah, there's Colombia down there.
You saw, you saw all the people on the beaches of Colombia. You saw maybe this priest there,
No,
and you're like, I shouldn't go there. It looks peligroso. It looks dangerous. No, but I've never been to South America myself. Hopefully, this priest friend will take me there one day. I hear beautiful things about that. I think this priest's father owns a coffee farm.
Oh.
So I want to go there and try freshly roasted and freshly ground coffee there. I'll bring you back some, but then it won't be fresh. Maybe you want to come then.
Yes, do that. Yeah.
Oh, so this is another question from him, and you'll love this question, Monsignor. And I'm going to be verbatim. This is the exact question. He said, why is Father Patrick so genius? Do you have an answer for that, Monsignor?
Yes, I think this priest or whoever raised the question ought to consult a psychiatrist because he's lost his sanity.
I'll let him know. So, Father, you know who you are. Please consult a psychologist. I think this priest actually is studying counseling. So maybe he could just look in a mirror.
Got a long way to go.
He's a long way to go. I love it. Okay, very good. Deacon Jay has a question for you, or two questions. One is, who is your favorite saint?
Oh.
We may have asked this question in one format or another.
Oh, St. Paul. I shouldn't hesitate. No question about it. I'll give some thought to it, and he's my hero.
Why is he your hero?
Well, I just like the way he just completely gave himself over to Christ and to preaching Christ and him crucified. And was rather successful, I'd say, because he spread Christianity all through the Near East.
I think that's right. And out to the world. Even all the way here to Park Ridge, New Jersey. And Jersey City from where you are from.
Right, right.
Do you have a favorite letter of St. Paul?
I don't want to be hasty. I'd like to...
You have a least favorite letter of St. Paul?
No, I enjoy reading St. Paul.
Do you have a least favorite saint?
No.
Okay, good. Do you have a least favorite priest?
Oh, yes, but prudence would counsel me not to indicate who it would be, though I think it's clear to many who it is.
Father Bob?
Oh, no. Great priest.
All right, we'll get back to that question at another time. Another question was, we've asked the question, what is prayer? And you answered that as the conversation with God. Yeah? The follow-up question, though, is, do you have any tips on praying?
Well, I think there are certain external circumstances that you can arrange that favor giving yourself over to prayer. I mean, for example, coming into church sometime during the day under normal circumstances and everything is quiet. There maybe just be one or two other people in the entire building. And there you can have that sense of God and I, just God and I, not the rest of the horde of people that normally crowd my life, but just God and I.
Are you trying to say something about me?
I usually, anytime I open my mouth and you're around, I usually have saying something is actually not complimentary, by the way.
Have you ever said anything nice about me?
Let me think. uh, I think once, when in a dream, I did catch myself saying,
Was it a nightmare?
yeah, it was a nightmare, that was it. I caught myself in time, though.
Oh, it's before. Yeah, you woke up before you actually said something nice.
Yeah.
Very good. Those are all the most recent questions. Anything else you want to say, Monsignor?
No, I'm perfectly at ease and grateful to God for so many good things.
Do you have any words for the people who will be coming back to the church itself, the physical church, to pray?
It should be a moving experience because, after all, Christ is really present in the Eucharist. This is not a theoretical thing, or it's actual. You will be coming into the immediate presence of Christ, and that's a rare experience and a precious experience.
Well, hopefully it won't be a rare experience anymore. Hopefully people will.
I wonder, is there any limit to this lockdown?
We just got the document talking about the different phases through which we have to go in order to see how the trend of the virus goes over time. So hopefully, by taking the precautions we are now, this won't increase the rate of the virus spread or spread at all. And then we can then move on to phase 2, which implies a couple other things, and then phase 3, and then hopefully at some point we will be not back to normal, but we'll be able to feel more comfortable moving about freely. But that will take some time. Do you have any words for the people at large?
Well, I just project my own experience onto them and say, there's something missing when, Holy Communion is not available, when Mass is not possible. That, for the typical Catholic, is abnormal and is enough to keep you off balance. But as it seems, God willing, this will soon pass and we'll be back to normal again and able once again to enjoy an intimacy with God in the Holy Eucharist in the church.
Yeah, back to normal again. I think there is nothing normal about you or me, Monsignor Turro.
Well, about you for sure.
On that note, Monsignor, would you like to bless the people?
I certainly would, yes. Benedictio Dei Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti descendat super vos et maniat semper. Amen.
Amen. Thank you for joining us this beautiful afternoon. If you have any questions you would like to ask Monsignor Turro, they would be greatly appreciated. Yes. There's only so many questions I can think of for myself to ask Monsignor. So if you have questions, please send them in, and I hopefully will be able to present them before him, and then you will be able to hear the spew of wisdom that pours forth from Monsignor Turro's mouth. Words that we can take with us throughout our days and weeks ahead. Until next time, God bless you, and we'll see you soon. Bye.